great for rising. You know, we hear all the time older black women scolding the younger black women. They don't know what a real man is. Y'all just don't want a real man. I want to play a clip. We should listen to this woman in the clip. And I wonder, does she even know what a real man is? I'm interested in finding out, okay, the type of men. What type of men does she have in her life? The type she married. The type she reared. What is a real man? Because we hear it all the time. These young girls don't know what a real man is. But you know, when we think about it, do we, I'm an older black woman, do we know what they are? Have we ever seen one? What is a real man? What is a real man anyway? Who decides that? When does a man become real? And what makes another man fake? Fake versus real, real versus fake. Now, this conversation isn't about blaming nobody. It's about reflecting. If we're to move forward, we're going to have to ask and answer these hard-hitting questions. We've come from generation, not just the men and women as well. We've come from generation of hurt. Just trying to survive. And brokenness. So, I'm going to play this woman clip. And then I'm going to come back. And let's ask ourselves, what is real? What is that? Listen to this, and I'll be back.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all generation. Y'all know what a real man is. Ain't got no patience, no backbone, don't want to build nothing together. You want something already built, ready for you to move in with your shoes off.
Now, wanting a real man, whatever that is a noble idea. But she was saying that they have no patience. They want to just come in and prop the feet up, just go right in. And when she say that, I took that to mean they want everything to just be set up and they don't have to work toward anything. But most behaviors are learned behaviors. For instance, I know ladies who grew up with their mothers and aunts and different females in their life. Whenever those women wanted anything, they would seek out a man to get those things. So what do you think those girls did when they wanted anything? I know children who grew up with drug dealers. Whenever that person wanted anything, they would go sell drugs. So what do you think the person did when they grew up, when they wanted something? So if our children, if these girls don't know how to choose a real man, or don't recognize a real man, something has gone wrong somewhere along the lines. Why don't they know that? They should know that. Now, and I do know that sometimes, children kind of divert or stray. But if we got these many young ladies who don't know what a real man is, then boomers, silence, and before the silent generation, something has gone wrong. We have dropped the ball somewhere along the line. Think about this. Oftentimes we do hear that or say that these young girls don't know what a real man is, so we'll say they don't want a good man. I've heard men say that, but that's a whole nother podcast. I'm talking about us women now, but think for a minute. Have they ever truly seen a real man? What is a real man anyway? I mean, who decides? When does a man become real? When? Because if we're going to say these girls don't know how to choose a real man or need to recognize a real man, something has to be in place for them to be able to recognize a real man. Now, this conversation is not about blaming anybody. It's about us reflecting. It's about us thinking. I mean, just think. It's time that we sit down and have these intergenerational conversations, not pointing fingers. Nobody saying, well, this, that, and the other. Have honest dialogues about what's going on. Think about it. Mothers, grandmothers, aunties, did they have a real man? Did they even know what a real man was? Have they even seen a real man? Because here again, the question is, what is a real man? What makes a man a real man? Did they ever see a real man? Or did they just see a man who was trying to make it the best he could? Or perhaps we saw men who were just cads. We got to stop pointing fingers and start talking, start dialoguing. Come, let us reason together. See, because realness isn't just about money or muscles. You know, so many times, oh, child, I got me a real man. He pays my rent. Yeah, he paying your rent, but he going upside your head. Ooh, child, you saw my man. He was shame of done us. Ooh, bruh, 240 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. Well, that sex and appeal is not just for you. So is that a real man? What is a real man? Being real is about healing. Being real is about honesty. Being real is about growth. You know, many of us we learn through struggles. We didn't learn through wholeness. We saw men who were present in body, but broken in spirit. We saw providers, but these providers never learned peace. So think about that. Think about that. Did we ever honestly see wholeness in a man? So what is real? Who made that definition? And do some men just stop trying to be real at all? I'll talk more about this in another video, but I just want to say this. Older black women, without even teaching the young ladies, you condemn them. Why did you do it? I'm Lily Bell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. And you remember this. If they close my book, you remember my story. Be encouraged. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Lily Bell. Be encouraged.